Alright, the array's set. 10 Brits to Snow City. Let's go in.
Don't forget what you promised me.
Oh, I promise. Once we reach the Snow City, I won't cause any trouble for you. If I detect the scent to the dark plan, I'll tell you immediately.
What's going on?
Someone reversed the array, changing the teleportation into a killing trap. Oh no, a sense.
Sir, the array is about to collapse. Are you okay, sir?
I'm fine.
No problem.
Fortunately, you regained 60% of your spiritual power today. Otherwise, you would have died in the array.
There was no intrusion into the Greenview Heights. How was this manipulated?
It must be the materials for the array. The teleportation array materials are already scarce. Some of them were got from outside. Someone must have planted a pilling spell in the materials in advance.
It's all my fault. Well, I didn't detect. The killing spells weren't in time.
It's not your fault.
The killing spell was hidden from the start. It's hard to detect. Plus, the array requires refining the materials, making it even more hidden and harder to detect.
You're still so young. If you could detect a killing spell, you wouldn't need to absorb treasure energy for training. We're all here. You don't need to blame yourself.
This whole thing, it was all some guy's plan. Perhaps from the Mirage Palace onward, it was a two-bird with on stone trap.
You mean when something happened at the Mirage Palace? One goal was to steal the Jade token, the other was to mislead us, to give them a chance to mess with the teleportation array.
You're the most skilled in arrays. If you'd been here, and you'd have easily noticed the problem with the materials, so they created a huge distraction, luring you away as well.
Poor Mr. Nan's research. On the teleportation array was no secret. After you came out of the dark abyss, you didn't head straight to Snow City, but came to Greenview Heights instead. Well, they guessed. Well, your spiritual power isn't fully back. Planning to use the teleportation array to return. Each sept is linked. A deadly trap.
Now I'm more worried about Snow City. I don't know how they will strike.
The beta crane was sent a few days ago. Leader Xie must have received the message by now. You don't need to worry too much.
Since the materials are destroyed now, how long will it take to gather them again?
Well, it might take another 10 days.
Is there any other way to quickly return to the Snow City?
Actually, there is something might help.
The cloud-floating airship?
That's right. It was Fu Lanzhong's from the Jade Sky Palace. He lost it to me in a bet long ago. Haven't used it in years. The teleportation array kicks 10 breaths. But this one's slower. I didn't think of it first. Given the situation, it's better than a sword or horse.
It's just a small boat. How are we supposed to fit people on it?
A boat needs water to sail. We can head out now.
How do we? The Jade Sky Palace is truly wealthy. What about the Snow City's finances? You pulled me out of the dark abyss, and I didn't bring any money with me. As a disciple of the Snow City, is there an allowance?
Let me give you some advice. When you get to the Snow City, it's better to listen more and talk less. If you get into trouble and anger someone, I won't help you.
You're saying this now? Yeah, but during the crisis earlier, who was it? Splatting his shield to protect me with only 60% of his spiritual power recovered. Xie Xuechen. Just admit it. You can't bear to see me die.
Not wanting you to die and not letting you die are two completely different things.
You're just stubborn.
Xie. This crisis is much more serious than I expected. You are not from the Immortal Alliance, so you don't need to take further risks. Don't go to the Snow City.
It's too late. Say that now. Sangqi and the decaying Immortal Pavilion joined forces against my Greenview Heights and ruin my precious materials. I'll definitely get back at them for this. Otherwise, how can Greenview Heights survive?
Xie.
I have a plan. Since we've come this far together, let's continue this journey together. Miss Mo, do you mind?
The more friends, the more support. With you joining us, I couldn't be more delighted.
That's good. Feng Yao brought you well. If anything happens, contact with the paper crane.
Understood.
It's getting late. Let's head out.
I'll stop being so upset. I'm out.
If father finds out I'm such a useless smapper, will he abandon me?
Fine, you've never even met your father. How could you have such deep feelings?
A father is a father, even if I've never met him.
If you've never met your parents, do they count as parents?
Of course they do. Mother said father. Ah, are we in the sky?
We're on our way to Mr. X's home. Don't be scared. Take a look round. Isn't the moonlight beautiful?
I'll wait until we land. Then I'll come out.
With your little courage. You still want to follow me?
Yes, I want to learn some skills.
Miss Mo.
Mr. Alman, you're here to enjoy the view too.
I must congratulate you, Miss Moot. You've gotten what you wished for.
Thank you. I've never been to the Snow City. It should be quite interesting.
I would say, because of your arrival, the Snow City will become very interesting.
So you also find Xie Xuechen brewing right.
You actually know. It's not that he wants to be boring. Those born with the extra sense carry a lot on their shoulders. They are expected to achieve much. They are bound by many things. Sometimes they can't even tell whether what the world admires is truly the person themselves, or merely the power they hold to protect the world.
Mr. Anan, are you talking about Xie Xuechen, or are you talking about yourself? After all, you used to be someone, though, born with the extra sense.
Miss Mu, you're truly honored. But as you just said, that was in the past. Now I've lost my 3 cents. At most, I'm just an ordinary person who can draw symbols.
As the head of the Greenview Heights, the top array master of our time, and exceptionally intelligent. If you consider yourself just an ordinary person, then what are those truly ordinary people supposed to think of themselves?
All right, I misspoke.
I'm just a straightforward person. Please forgive me. I just think someone who can carve a new path out of a deadlock and rise again to the peak doesn't need such cheap comfort or sympathy. I don't want wonk. Nor do I have the right to show any self-righteous kindness. That kind of pity is a sign of looking down on you. I think you wouldn't agree, and would definitely not be happy.
Though you're from the Spirit Clan, you see through people very clearly.
Likewise. You're here to enjoy the view too.
Xie Xuechen,
I'm here just getting some fresh air.
You're so unromantic in this regard. You should learn from Mr. Nan more.
Once we reach the Snow City, if you speak like this again, but I'm afraid you'll be expelled in a few days.
We haven't even arrived yet. Besides, I only say this kind of thing to you. Fine. Forget what I said.
What did you promise me?
Control myself. I got it. My mood is so bad. Even the moonlight isn't as beautiful now. You guys talk.
Miss Maud really says whatever she thinks due.
That's not always a good thing.
Isn't that fine? Didn't you want to see through her from the start? I have one more thing to ask you.
What is it?
Why did you agree to take Miss Mokna back to the Snow City?
The war between humans and spirits lasted for so long. Since I was young, I've witnessed countless lives suffer. Now the war has ended, but the scars have never healed. To this day, the humans still enslave the spirits, and the conflict between them has only deepened. Hatred is like burning hot oil, requiring countless bloodshed to extinguish. It's time to actively embrace the Spirit Clan. It starts with allowing them into the sect.
El mismo.
Is the first.
That's all.
Otherwise,
Then let it be. When spirit coexistence and a world of harmony. I wish you will get what you wish for.
So this is the Snow City. It doesn't look like much of an interesting place.
Interesting. Once we reach the Snow City, you will be an external disciple. Everything must be done according to the rules. The Snow City has strict rules. No disciple will be tolerated for breaking the rules, not even me.
Of course. I've always followed the rules. And been the most obedient, you know that.
The Snow City is very different from the Mirage Palace. Yeah, Miss Mo, you will soon realize this.
What's the difference?
Each sect in the Immortal Alliance handles things uniquely. The Mirage Palace thrives. It is cruel to the Spirit Clan. As for the Snow City,
As you can see,
snow-covered, towering above the cold steep cliffs, pure and spotless, leaving no room for any impurity.
Indeed, the Lord of the Snow City is a decisive and ruthless leader, a man of unwavering fairness. But it's okay if he's harsh with me. I believe Mister will definitely protect me, right?
Young Lord.
Young Lord. Elders, good to see you.
Mr. Anen, it's been many years. Your elegance surpassed the past.
Elder Na Song, you're joking.
Young Lord, who is she?
this is Mu Xuanling. She's now a disciple of Snow City. Naturally, starting as Dish, an external disciple. You disciples are managed by your Elder Raton.
Elder Conk, shouldn't I learn from you?
Young Lord, this is very sudden, she.
We will discuss the matter later. I must see the Alliance leader immediately.
The Alliance leader will leave seclusion tonight. Please take a rest for now.
And the Alliance leader is still in seclusion.
Yes, since you left. The Alliance leader hasn't left seclusion. You've exceeded your return deadline. We've been very worried. We wanted to report to the Alliance leader and headed to the Two Realms Mountain to find you. But alas, he was in meditation. We feared disturbing him in meditation. We feared disturbing him at a crucial moment, worried he might fall into madness. So, we had no choice but to wait.
I sent him a message via paper crane. Was there no response or arrangements?
A message? No. Did the message mention anything?
Request an audience.
Blood! I detected the smell of blood.
Sir.
The Alliance leader passed away.
The Alliance leader passed away.
Sir.
This is impossible. How could this happen? This is Snow City, our own place. How could this happen?
With the leader's spiritual form stage and disciples patrolling outside the Yongguian pavilion, how could he have been assassinated without anyone noticing?
Who could have done this?
It's our failure to protect the Alliance leader.
It's all my fault.
Why didn't I go in to check on him earlier?
Investigate. We must find out who the murderer is.
Sir, sounds you collaborated with a traitor from the Immortal Alliance to seize the Chaos Pearl. Be careful. I will return soon. Elders, the death of the Alliance leader's leader brings great sorrow to the Snow City. However, you are the pillars of our section. She must not collapse. This is not the time for self-blame nor for despair. Peace, elders, lock down the Snow City and send word of the loss. For the rest of the matters, I will make arrangements.
Understood. Hey, this paper crane hasn't been opened, but it's stained with blood. It seems the leader was murdered shortly before the paper crane arrived. The killer came for the sect leader's jade token. Good, it is a fake.
Sword cultivators must never abandon their sword.
You did it. Yentong.
Here.
Guard the Alliance leader's body.
Understood.
Where are you going?
He's going to check on the Chaos Pearl. It seems the matter with Mirage Palace isn't a two birds within stone situation, but a three birds within stone. The enemy's target is not just the Mirage Palace, not just killing Xie Xuechen, but also the Snow City. They set up a killing spell in the Confrontation array, aiming to destroy the array, delaying Awakens' return to the city, so they could kill the Alliance leader and seize the Jade token. Their ultimate goal is the Chaos Pearl.
He saved the Mirage City, but failed to save his own father. How guilty must he feel?
This is an unsolvable trap.
Since returning to the Snow City, he hasn't had a moment of rest. He keeps distracting himself with various matters. If this continues, he will collapse.
He knows the Alliance leader's expectations. The Chaos Pearl, the Snow City, humanity and all beings. All of them come before the sorrow of losing his father. He can only act like this.
But has he ever thought of himself? Mr. Anand, you've known him for many years. Has he always been like this?
Well, that was a long time ago. Because we were both born with the extra sense. I was always compared to him, but for a long time, we never met. Until one time, a crack appeared in the Immortals array, and many from the Dark Clan were running wild, causing chaos in the human realm. Xie Xuechen and I were both sent to the Two Realms Mountain to block the Dark Clan. That was our first meeting. Back then, he was very different from now.
Dark Clan revives endlessly. Your efforts now are in need.
Then we will kill faster than they revive. Isn't that enough? Be careful.
I've predicted it before.
So you're the one who can predict the future. Why don't we have a little competition?
I'm ahead by 1 point.
I scored 1 more point than you. How about it? Can you handle it?
No problem. I knew I wouldn't die here.
I've often heard of you. Are you interested in visiting the Snow City?
Also, Xie Xuechen also has moments where he's quite competitive.
His father has always been strict with him. But back then he was full of youthful pride. Always rebellious. He always thought he should live his life his own way. I too thought he could live life so freely. But then, 10 years ago, he suddenly went to the Moonlight Heights and suddenly entered seclusion at the Snow Cliff. When we met again, his character had changed drastically. Or rather, he became a completely different person. He became cold, restrained and distant. I don't know what exactly happened to him, but he became the person his father always hoped he would be.
It's been 10 years. You've improved a lot. You've become stronger than me, sir. The Immortals array is incomplete now. You should go and fix it.
Quite understood.
When you return, well, let's talk when you return. Cultivators must not have emotions. They must dedicate themselves to their faith. Did you forget? Is your faith rooted in saving lives and caring for all beings? If so, then you must suffer all emotions. If you private favorites, how can you embrace all being with great love? Shouldn't favor any person or anything. Not even yourself. When you return, well, let's talk when you return.
In the dead of night. You're practicing swordplay here at the snow cliff. Aren't you afraid of causing the snow collapse and burying the whole snow city?
What are you doing here? Leave here.
When you're upset, and now my bracelet is flashing with it. How can I sleep?
I told you to leave here.
Xie Xuechen, there's no shame in showing weakness to others. And if you want to see, I can kite for you right now.
Leave here. I don't need your comfort.
Xie Xuechen, why do you suppress yourself so much? Is it because your father said cultivators can't have emotions? Back when we were trapped in Desire Demon's cage, I saw you as a child. Your father believed that being heartless was the only way to avoid having favorites and to achieve great love. I can't say he was wrong, but I believe the path of faith may be heartless, but cultivators should value emotions. If a person doesn't even understand small love, if their heart is left with only desolation and indifference, how can they understand the true meaning of all things in the world? How? And how can they truly love all beings? Or just because you were born with the extra sense? Raised since ancient times, your father saw this as your destiny. But Xie Xuechen, actually, no one can define your future. Humans are born with emotions, and desires they must exist for a reason. I am from the spirit clan, and even I have emotions. You are human. How couldn't you have them? If you have emotions, you must release them, express them. Only suppressing them deep inside will cause problems. Xie Xuechen, you are just like everyone else, flesh and blood. You've already done enough.
Enough. I used to refuse to listen to his words. I was very rebellious. And in the end, I made a huge mistake that I can never undo. Now, I thought I had let go of emotions and love, but it turns out, his expectations were something I could never fulfill. Note, on the day I said goodbye to him here, I really wanted to call him father, but in the end, I didn't have the courage. I am this hesitant, this timid. I will never hear the words he wanted to say.
If the Alliance leader were still here, he would want to say this to you. Xuechen, all these years, I have been very strict with you. But actually, I always knew how difficult it was for you.
From the day you were born, I bound you with the responsibility of the world's fate. To force you to sever all emotion. I even destroyed what you loved, clipped your wings, and imprisoned you in this small cage. And all of this was just to prepare you for the challenges you might face one day. I often wonder if I worried too much. If severing emotions was truly the only way without my pressure, you could have lived freely and brilliantly, soaring under an open sky.
Father,
Severing emotions and love is easy to say, but how many in this world can truly achieve it? If even I cannot achieve it myself, should I have forced it upon you? Xuechen, I'm getting old. There will be an end someday. One day, I believe, maybe my way has grown outdated as well. The future belongs to your generation. Go walk your own path. I believe in you. You will shoulder the responsibility in your own way and protect everything you need to protect. Xuechen. Actually, I'm also very timid. There's something I've always wanted to tell you. I love you. I love you deeply.